the entire thing turned out. It's like my best, it's like my life's work so far. But I thought it'd be fun to make this tier list template to just, talk about which ones I liked the most, which ones I thought were kind of weak, and also, just so you can learn a little bit more about each video. And also you can tell I made this template because, red, yellow, blue, green, haha, funny Stickmen colors. Links down in the description if you want to make your own tier list. But anyways, let me give you the lowdown. So I'm going to go in the order of what I put in the collection. Now you're wondering, why did I do this shuffled order? Why did I do it in the order the videos came out? And the answer is because this is the best order that I specifically made for someone who has never seen this show. So I put really strong videos at the beginning, and then I kind of like flip-flop between good and bad videos, and then at the very end I put like the best looking videos, and of course Bankrupt being the finale. So we're just going to go in that order. So as you can see on screen, you already know what's going to happen. Obviously, if you're showing this show to someone for the first time, obviously you'd show them the best video, which I'm not going to mince my words anymore. Let's get this out of the way. Pigeons is going to be in the top left spot, S++, #1 video. This is my favorite. It's everyone's favorite. It has like 3 times more views than my next most popular videos. I think that's Spanish class, but let me go on. Actually, no, I don't think that's right. I think it's only 10,000 more views ahead of the next one. But this one's basically my fucking superstar, my golden boy, my favorite child. So obviously, let me, I guess, explain a little bit more why. It's a short video, but it's like the perfect length. It does everything it needs to do. It has the joke, it's like, guys, it's like at the beginning, it's like kind of international way, because like at the beginning, it's a guy feeding pigeons with bread. It's wordless. It's just perfect. You can watch this without hearing anything. And yeah, there's the pigeons are funny, haha, cute pigeons, and then also the models came out good, even though like the Knights helmets I had to get those from a free site, and then obviously, what else? I made those colonial hats. I'm trying to get the pyramid. Where's the fucking pyramid? Actually, since this is my second time recording this, let me make sure is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. Oh god, I hope nothing sensitive shows up in those. I'm gonna have to watch back, because like whenever I alt tab between windows, I really don't want you to see my windows, or I'm gonna dox myself or something. Okay, yeah, so you can see there's a lot of entertaining props here. Like I spent a lot of time making these props. Like this is definitely an all-nighter video, because like things like the wheat and the caveman stuff, and like the Egyptian-looking thing, and the poggers pyramid that says poggers and wingdings. There was a lot of effort put into like these props, but I had no idea I had like made the fucking piece de resistance of Stickmen 2020. But it was this unexpected masterpiece. It's the best video. It's like, it shows you the format of the show. You get hit with joke after joke, and you just have no time to breathe. It's on to the next one. It ends right before it like just hits you in the face, and then doesn't waste your time. That's just how I like it. And then, the funny raccoon, the funny rocket. And then also the reason why I like this video, it's gonna get controversial now, because like, this video is also the perfect first video for someone watching the entire series, because it also tests how much of if you get offended easily or not, because I curse like a sailor. Some of these jokes are kind of fucked up. Well, I mean, like I think only the 2010s childhood one is kind of fucked up, but I'll explain that later. But the thing about this one is because the final line with the birds is just "Give us all your bread, retard," and like retard is a controversial word. It's not like it's obviously not like a racial slur or like a sexuality slur, but it's like kind of this gray fuzzy area where people like saying that's not nice to people who are actually like have mental or like I think the word's like neurodivergent, or like on the autism spectrum, or like that sort of shit. And like, I mean, technically I was actually diagnosed like barely on the autism spectrum when I was 5, but I got speech therapy for that. I was lucky. I got diagnosed early. I basically act like a normal person. I'm just a fucking nerd. Point being though that retard is kind of like this gray area word where like, yeah, it's supposed to be offensive, but people are saying you should never say that word, like the N word or something. And I think retard should stay as a strong word that's available to everyone, because what, are we gonna ban dumbass next? Is it wrong to like, can we not make fun of stupidity anymore? And of course I don't mean stupidity like fucking making fun of people who are actually mentally challenged, but just like, banning words isn't going to fix your issue. Like, they're trying to target people who are making fun of autistic people, and like actually people who are quite literally medically retarded, right? But I think it's otherwise just fine words like, oh, you can't say stupid even though that's literally I'm rambling about this for too long. I decided to just edit all that out and cut it here. But yeah, basically the point is like if you're not offended by this, you're gonna be just fine for the rest of the show. So it's also the perfect gatekeeper. It's just simple, hits you fast. It's just like everything lined up perfectly. It's just out of sheer luck. This is my best video. It's my golden boy favorite child. I don't know if I said that already, but yeah, Pigeons goes top left all the way for sure. Next one, Spanish class. So this one is actually the one that put me on the map. Like if you look on Social Blade for like YouTube or Twitter or something, you're gonna notice like at a certain point I went vertical on like in my growth for a while, and then obviously I like collapsed back down when I stopped making the videos. That vertical like jump was from Spanish class. This one put me on the map, right? Yeah, obviously Pigeons, like even though Pigeons is my favorite, Spanish class like is a heavy hitter. Like this is also when I introduced like these cool thumbnails that I made, right? So thing about Spanish class, obviously it's going into S, but I'm gonna keep it on the right side of the S tier. Like this is like the weakest S, and I'm gonna explain why later. But obviously, let me go over first on what makes it so great. Obviously, it's because for some reason, this is actually the same situation of how every foreign language class in like for people in Generation Z goes. You have like sometimes you'll have a crabby substitute teacher. You'll have like the giant computer smartboard, not like a chalkboard or anything, like the computer smartboard. Everyone apparently had that, and everyone remembers that, or at least understands that if you didn't grow up during that time. And you have all the kids who are like, as we're growing. Fuck, where's the kids? There they are. As you know with the kids, they're not like star students. They're just trying to get by and just go home and play video games and do whatever you want. Because you're a kid, you don't give a shit about school. You just want to get your work done. Maybe later on you care about school, but this is like this is like sixth grade or so, I think. And then of course, as you also see, if you're like some other schools, there's like school Chromebooks or school iPads that everyone had. So it's like all these ways of like people saying, haha, I remember that. You're making a funny joke about that, and I remember that. And then I can take that and then branch out from there. It's a long video, but that's because there's so much to take apart, and I managed to get through all of it. Well, not get through all of it, but like make fun of a lot of it, right? So, popular projector company Epson, that's probably gonna like ring true to some U.S. students, like, Epson, I get it. It's like a projector. Oh my god, my stomach's grumbling. And then like, here's the to-do, as every teacher has, and it's like, I feel like I'm back in school again, or I feel like I am in school, even though I'm on January break or something. And then, yeah, I made it like a projector booting up as much as I can. And then, of course, this might not be true for everyone, but like, chances are you've been in a game of Kahoot, which is basically like a giant quiz show like Jeopardy, but it's like, it makes it fun because it's educational, and it's always like, it's the shit for everyone. It's like, yes, finally something cool, and there's stakes, and it's intense, and I can actually apply my knowledge, yes. And then also another thing that probably gave this, there's Connor Eats Pants, he was in this video, his character's name was Samuel. Another thing that probably made this video blow up is that I also ran a raffle to have people's usernames actually appear on screen, and I remember one of them is Big Portal. He's the fucking walnut guy on my Discord server. But also like Tedderson, that's one of the characters. Alex down there, I think that's my subscribed waiter, obviously. Jonathan, no, here are the winners. Jonathan, Aburl, LMR69, Corby, my friend Andy. Yes, I have a friend named Andy. Dr. Nam, Slinky. I was actually very lucky he won that. I didn't think he'd win, but he's in the Wavetro universe, I guess. Why does my stomach keep rumbling? But yeah, when people went back to see if their name got picked in the raffle, I guess that also what led people to see, what's the video even about? And then that fucking made it explode on Twitter. It's like my biggest tweet ever. 10,000 retweets or 10,000 likes, one of the two. Fucking huge. But yeah, and then of course that's where I could branch off from there. It's like, so we established that this guy's an asshole, and then the fun part is like, haha, look, you guys know Google Drive, you guys know the fucking Microsoft Movie Maker shit. And then of course, like whenever you do like everyone has done a video project for their foreign language class, and how everyone just botches the pronunciations and then like expand on it for this thing. In this case, they're cursing on the video. They're not supposed to. They normally get in trouble. But thankfully, this fucking teacher's an asshole and gives them an A+ because he just pities them. And yeah, and like, shut the fuck up, James is doing 2 hours. It just all comes together. And the reason why it's the least putting it all the way here on the right for S tier. The reason why I put it there is because I botched the ending. So what was supposed to happen at the ending is that everyone was supposed to hand in their paper, and then like he hands in his paper first, and he has an allergic reaction because he's allergic to computer paper, as we established at the beginning. But what was supposed to happen is his face would start to swell up, and everyone's like, haha, he's allergic to paper. And they just start handing in all their scripts and making a pile of papers on top of him, basically killing him or something along those lines, because he's severely allergic to computer paper. But I couldn't get the model of his allergic reaction face right. So instead, I just cut off the audio and just put an image of a hospital. It doesn't work. I mean, actually, no, it does work. It's just not the same once you know what the original was. So it's a shame. But either way, this is an important video. So that's why it's at the start of the video. That's why it's an S, even though it's the lowest, it's the weakest of the S tier videos. Which brings me to another one of my favorites, business. Now, I fucking love the subject matter of this video. I'm surrounded often by like talks about investing cryptocurrency, my future, money, and all that. I watch a shit ton of I used to watch a shit ton of Graham Stephan and 2 Cents, and wondering about, the day I finally do get a job, I'm gonna do this with my paycheck, and I'm gonna save money, and it's gonna be great, and I won't die of starvation, right? And also jokes about how, look at that, Tencent, the world's biggest, China's biggest company, is like buying everything. It owns half of Epic Games and also owns part of Discord. It's invading everything. Haha, China taking over the world and all that, like jokes like that. And I think the execution for all that just also made this, like, the really good topic even better. So, talking about business, an American company, they're a tech company, and they're like, all we really do here is spew hot air, because we're just a bunch of all we do is just, like, say things that we like hearing, like those buzzwords, and, the 2 yes men on the right go, yes, that's perfect, that'll make us money. And they just get money for it, because it's all just, there's so much money to go around that anyone who also has money can go in and just take over everything, and also just because no one's paying attention, all they care about is the money. And JJ Haase was also the perfect guy for this, because the reason why I even wrote this script was to make fun of PowerPoint presentations, because JJ Haase does like those funny skits of PowerPoint presentations and lectures. I can make fun of things like slide animations, like, haha, look, the weird and distracting animations, the GIFs and all that shit. And then I can also just get ridiculous and like say, let's fucking go, oh! And of course, iconic line. That's like the line I've seen spammed the most about my videos, like the most quoted thing, just blockchain and Tencent. So that's why business, obviously, I forgot to put this here. It's an S tier, like no doubt about it, but let's go on. And of course, like, there's the joke about me, shit, where's the joke? I mean, obviously the jokes in the video, I hope you found it funny, but there it is, this joke right here. Of course, the joke about like China taking over the world and everything. At the end of Bankrupt, I didn't use the actual Tencent logo. I chickened out because I thought I'd get in trouble or something, because I forgot I put it here, and I used like some bootleg Tencent logo, but I wish I really used the real one. It would have been funnier. Just something I wanted to throw out there. Anyways, yeah, and then I could just make a story from there, and then, yep, these guys are clearly fucking talking nonsense and just accepting money from China and not realizing the consequences. And here comes the investor saying, let's put new guys' work to the test. Say something that the new investor will like, and you'll get a bunch of money. And he's like, what? Just say a buzzword? He's like, yeah, say a buzzword. And then he says the buzzword, I don't know, what's something fancy and expensive sounding? Machine learning, boom, billions of dollars, funny monkey sounds from the guys. It's S. This is an S tier video. It just all works out in the end. I love it. This would probably be my favorite if I never made pigeons. Which brings me to drive-thru. Now, this is the part where, going into making this tier list, these were going to be S tier from the beginning, right? So this time I'm going to say my thoughts out loud, and then I'm going to give it a grade, because I don't know what I'm going to give the rest of these things. So drive-thru. This entire thing was based around one gag, the funny mic, which is like the shitty mic that comes with the Logitech C920 or C922 webcam, where like if you put it up to your mouth, it sounds like this shit. And that's the entire joke, just at the shitty mic. And sorry I didn't leave these videos playing, by the way. This tier list is obviously fucking long, as you probably noticed. But anyways, what I really like about this video is that it's just fucking stupid. Like if you laugh at the sound of keys jangling, this video is like probably your favorite, right? It's just him going to a fucking drive-thru, and this guy sounds like a shitty webcam. It's like, you sound like Skype. You sound like Call of Duty. You sound so fucking dumb. And then along comes All Tribe, the manager. It's like, hey. And then I made him a good character. It's like, get the fuck out, stop mistreating my employee. And then the funny thing is like, haha, funny shouting. And if you also turn on the captions, check this shit, and it just goes fucking. I never want to see you so much drive down the road in front. And then if you like, and like I said in the comments on this video, if you do dumb speed, it just fucking. Wait, let me write it right now.
Sir, we here at Burger Bell would like to kindly ask you to fuck off. Get out of my sight. I never want to see you so much.
So if you like absurd memes, this is like a fucking this is a strong one. It's like probably your favorite. That said, it's simple. There's not a whole lot to it. There's nothing of substance. It's just absurd. Sorry. Of course, it's like then get back to work, and then at the end, I thought it'd be funny if there's a guy with a really tiny head, and then just so I can have this guy make fun of him because the joke is that hey, Steven's just trying to live his life, but then it turns out Steven's a fucking asshole making fun of other people, and then. And the other thing I did here is I made the text tiny because his head's tiny. So yeah, I'm inclined to give this a very strong A just because it's not like fucking god tier, but it's funny in its own right. It's for a specific kind of people, which is a lot of Zoomers like us, but Which brings me to okay, this one's S. I'm gonna say right off the bat, this one's fucking S, and it's right above Spanish class. Because like I said, Spanish class is the weakest S, but Battleship is also would be like my third favorite because holy shit, Battleship looks fucking cool. Like I found this really cool image. I like how everything looks. I like how the final part where the guys get caught.
I don't know. I lose this.
I like how this came out. It's like one of my most visually pleasing ones, even though it's like early on before I got like really good with the lighting, and it just looks cool. This is and also because the premise is funny. Everyone knows the game Battleship, and he's just trying to play and haha, funny word puns. Like I won, no you didn't, yes I did, haha, I sunk my battleship. We're trying to win against the funny British people, and then even though there's not a whole lot to the actual plot, the final joke, because this is actually based off an actual Battleship game I had with someone with this fucking dickhead. I'll get to that in a second. There's also the joke. Not a lot of people got this joke, the funny bun, which is, 6C. Sounds like the word sexy. That's like a stupid joke you make in middle school. It's like, hee hee, sex word. Sorry if you didn't get that early on. Now you know. And then, of course, the final gag. Where's the fucking final gag? There it is. That fucking dickhead I played with, he stacked the fucking ships. I say, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna make a video about that. And then, of course, at the end, you get the satisfying Lego click and explosion. S. And it's also what is it? On Newgrounds, it's my most awarded video. It has 4 different awards, including something called Review Crew Pick, meaning it had the highest average rating of the week. So this is Newgrounds' favorite by statistics, and it's also one of my favorites. So yeah, that's an S. Okay, we're heading into weaker territory now. We're getting into a filler video. Now this one's already disadvantaged by default. No video today right off the bat. This is going to be a C tops just because I needed something, because this is when I was worried about my Thursday upload schedule before I realized I should stop doing every Thursday for my own health. And but either way, I need a filler video because I was running out of time that week. Assignments were piling up for whatever reason. No, assignments weren't piling up. I was busy making my 10 years later video for my Wavetro channel, and I needed to just reuse assets somehow. So I made this funny skit of haha, look, here's the actual behind-the-scenes world of the Stickmen. They're all just actors in a job or something. Oh, I should have used that suitcase for I was looking for a suitcase model for my bankrupt video, and I had to make one from scratch. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize I already had some. Anyways, but yeah, this is where all the Wavetro characters get to interact with each other, interact with me, as if this is it hints at what their actual life is like. And then, I fleshed that out later in Bankrupt. But either way, it's just kind of it's just kind of a video that's there, It's if you didn't watch the other videos and this is your first one, you're like, what's going on? This looks cool and everything, and there's funny things everywhere, and then but I don't really know what's going on. Who's this Teddy guy? I've never seen this Teddy guy before. What's the 2019 video? I'm eating goldfish, right? It's just this. It needs context, and even then, it's more of a fucking addition. It doesn't stand on its own at all.
What?
That's my issue with it. And then there's the self-aware joke saying here's my funny format, I'm spelling it out for you.
Ridiculous. How are we supposed to have a loud weekly 1 to 2 minute argument with swear words every 30 seconds in this place?
And then the realization is, hey, you're in one, buddy. You just finished the Wavetro video. Either way, it's kind of a gimmick for me. So I'm gonna put this at C. Oh shit, C. It's one of the weakest ones. It might even end up being the weakest one. But either way, it was pretty much disadvantaged to begin with for being filler content. So. Fuck, I hate that word content. Filler video. Fucking hate the word content. Holy shit. And of course, naturally, since the gag of this video is saying Teddy's getting a video, even though it's just fucking fish that rolled up and I was like, yeah, you get a video, my guy. And then next video, There's this video takeout. So Teddy's video takeout. If you're wondering why Teddy is in the Stickmen series at all, it's because his video I'm eating goldfish. The reason why he's even lumped into this show is because that video I'm eating goldfish back in November 2019 was the day I discovered that I can record mouse movements in my 3D program Blender to animate them like puppets. So his video was a big technological breakthrough with my style. So actually, now that I think about it, my video Smokey basically gets no love. Like it's just kind of there. It wasn't even that good. But we're talking about Teddy now in his video takeout. But either way. Now this one's okay. It's like really jarring because they're not Stickmen anymore. It's fish. Like here comes a fish coming home, and it's like they're playing Monopoly, and then there's the My Name Jeff door. It's like, hey Teddy, how you doing? And it's this feels more like a traditional skit, right? You have like characters, you have to like get settled into it. You don't instantly like jump in, right? You don't instantly laugh. It's like just to sort of build up, right? Which obviously already does not put it at the S or not even A, but it's still decent, right? He goes like, hey, I brought stuff from Red Lobster. Like, that's a fish place. Why'd you bring home a fish place? And he's like, oh, and then I think what is it? Once you establish that, I think the interactions get pretty good, right? I think this were pretty funny, and it's like, oh, why'd you go to Red Lobster for a cheeseburger? What are you, family from church and all that shit? And it just works, I think my voice came out good, and yeah, and. But that's pretty much it to it. It's just a good video, but nothing like special to write home about, right? It's Teddy's video. Teddy got a video. It turned out good, but it's not like fucking top tier. It's just part of the whole Stickmen 2020 collection. It's just good, not amazing, just good. So and then there's Jerry at the end, and of course the screaming ending. Obviously this was kind of like everyone kind of saw this one coming, right? It's like, dead fish. He probably ate him, and he's about to. Yeah, for that reason, I'm gonna put this at B. It's good, right? Nothing mind-blowing. It's just good. God, how long have I been recording for? Oh my fucking god. Okay, well I'm gonna put timestamps on this. Don't worry. New shower. Okay.
Oh, sweet, my new shower.
Stop. New shower. Chill the fuck out. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. New shower. So this was when I was at the very beginning of like my high of making videos. I was doing them every 4 days because I was like, oh my god, I found the perfect video format. I gotta crank them out more, and I was doing them like twice a week. And this is like the last one before I switched to doing every Thursday, so I don't fucking die. So new shower, I just want to make a joke about like Kickstarter products and how everything's connected to the internet, which is a good premise because there's a lot to make fun of. And yeah, that's just what I did. He gets in the shower, turns it on, there's water, and like, look at all those controls and funny.
Maybe this thing.
Haha, funny. Remember the Australia fires last year? That was the shower. Topical, right? And funny visual gags of he's getting assaulted by car wash fixtures and has to pay for like proprietary soap like the Juicero. Remember that fucking thing? And then he gets it. It's like, shit's methylated ass blaster. And then you break the third wall by saying, hey, this is a 3D animation. Look, it's like you're rotating it like he's a 3D object. Break the fourth wall like that, and he finally unplugs it. But the reason why I'm going to put this also as an A, not an S, but an A, is because this is probably my favorite ending in the entire series, where he just fucking takes it and he just fucking
oh my god,
out of nowhere, just
oh shit, my smart toaster is done.
Fucking that's the best ending in the entire show. I fucking love that setup because toaster and water kills you. So for that, where should I put it? I'm gonna put it. Fuck. Okay, the ending's really good. I'm gonna put it ahead of drive-thru for now. These are kind of on the same level, but just for having the best ending in the show, you're getting put there on A. Which brings us to gamestore. Now this one's a good idea, but the funny thing about this is when I posted on Newgrounds was that they said this is exactly like GameStop jokes from 10 years ago. Get new material, and the funny thing is I never even seen those, and that just goes to show how little the store that this video is parodying, GameStop or Game if you're in the UK, or like EB Games in Australia. Just think of like video game stores that are like specifically selling video games. They're probably like this one, and the funny thing is that they have not changed in 10 years, which just makes the fact that I made this even funnier because it's like the jokes are old. It's like the jokes are old. I didn't know that GameStop has not changed in the last 10 years. It's still this fucking mediocre place to buy games. So that aside, how do I approach this? So yeah, it always revolves around this depressed employee, and like how you go to if you've never been to a GameStop or you don't live in the U.S., you go there and they like kind of read out these fucking deals just so they can like make the most money out of it since they're a very specialized store, and it's like basically like reading from a script. And then they always ask like, you want to sign up for Game Rewards membership? Like, shut the fuck up, bro. I don't care about your fucking Game Rewards membership. And then there's the joke about like how every single used console is fucking infested with bugs, and yeah, it just makes sense. I remember a friend of mine posted this video on like our GameStop on Reddit, and it got like fucking it got like absolutely like showered with upvotes and like Reddit platinum or some shit. But so I guess the GameStop employees liked it. The only thing I got wrong apparently is that apparently they don't accept sealed games because it could be stolen. But either way, it was pretty much on the nose. Otherwise, they thought I worked here. I don't work here. But
You have a game
that's
reward.
and
What's going on?
yeah, and then the joke about, haha, stupid employee, get the fuck out of my face about your rights or something. And then, hey, let's bring in investors back. He actually owns the place. Because this is based, and the reason why this guy's name is Sherman is because that's the CEO's name who's getting flack for running GameStop during the coronavirus epidemic. Because he's not since GameStop is kind of a mediocre company, there's a mediocre CEO to go with it, CEO Sherman. So that's why I had it referenced to that. And then what actually happened was every time landlords try to evict. That's like the final joke. Every time the landlords would try to evict GameStops, what they would actually literally tell the store owners, the store managers to do
Oh yeah? Well, I have this strongly worded letter from
was literally hand them a fucking letter and say, hey, you can't get rid of us. Our CEO said we have to stay. That's literally what fucking happened. And so, of course, there's a great opportunity to break the fourth wall where he like comes in and just bulldozes the fucking place. And then as a last fucking slide in there, hits you on the fucking head.
I'll pay you $10 of in-store credit for that bulldozer.
Also a really strong ending. You know what? Where is it? GameStore. Actually, this could be like the deciding factor. I'm going to put it in A, and I'm going to put it, just for that ending, I'm going to put it in between these two. Yeah, I'll do that. This has a really good ending. This one also has a good ending. Not as good as a new shower, and this one is just, funny because loud noise. So, moving along. I hope I don't come out as a fucking egomaniac for not putting anything in D or F, but, I just put those there in case, you're allowed to dislike some of these videos, so it's whatever if you don't like, if you really hated one. Which brings me to Google Images. Now this one, well, let's get into it. So, God, I'm talking way too fucking much. Hope you use the timestamps below. So yeah, this one is a joke about how, like, if you ever try to download an image on Google Images, it's always not what you're looking for. It's either JPEG, some stupid WebP file format, or like, just like the little intricacies, like it takes a while to load before you realize, and then like the filter, and then like whenever you open an image link and it automatically like just downloads before you can even look at it, all that shit, and then it's like at the end where he finally finds that image, and you try to open it up, and like when you have a giant image, it just like slowly loads, and it's like just like loading so slowly that like everything lags. I thought it'd be funny to also make the animation lag, and then also have the white filter, and like the Windows application has crashed thing. It's creative. It's not mind-blowing, but it's funny in its own right. It's pretty tame though, so for that I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the B tier. Right? It's okay, right? It's like takeout. It's just another Stickmen video. It's decent, right? Nothing amazing. Which brings me to Sting Operation. Yay, this one. Oh fuck. If you've noticed, there's like a common theme of like stickmen, fish, and birds. Stickmen because stickmen are like a universal character you can relate to. It's like supposed to represent humans, because I really hate the idea of just like, hey, let me just make an animal character that's like an easy design figured out for me. Just give it arms and legs and like, haha, there it is, character design done. No, that's fucking lazy. Fish because Teddy was already there, and birds. You're thinking, why birds? And honestly, it's just because I have a close friend who just loves birds, and when I first started making these videos, she was like, hey, you should do one with like these like a cockatoo, fucking I don't know the name of Mikey is, and then a lovebird. I'm like, okay, and then I modeled that, which is a pain in the ass to do, but they came out great, and that's where Sting Operation came in, because it's a video about these birds doing like imagining like because birds like to fuck up laptop keyboards. I imagine like, hey, what if it was like a bank heist? So that's what I set it up to be. And this one, actually, let me go through this one real quick. So,
all right, you're with me.
Yeah, this one is like interesting. It's like, oh, I'm looking at different characters now, and also like I like the character dynamic. He's the leader and also kind of a crackhead. He's a dickhead, but he also keeps them together. And then Mikey's the little runt that they pick on. And then of course the twist later on. And Yeah, they take the keys. I like how he used like the Nintendo DS Picto Chat thing on the thing in the corner there.
What?
And he wants the letter M, and they're just picking on him for accidentally shitting on the best key, the space bar.
The space bar.
And then there's the DS noise.
Fuck,
And
holy
then,
shit, forget.
and then of course if you're doing a 200% speed thing on this, the funniest fucking noise in the entire video is just
We gotta go now.
Doc's laughter.
Take off, shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Fucking I just lose my shit over that. And also just cool how to have like two cameras running at once. Let me set the fucking speed back. And then of course there's fucking and then of course just out of nowhere the zoomer humor, funny turtle song Persian language, just fucking throw it in there. Yeah, I like that. That was funny. And close the laptop obviously, and then the final twist. This is where I actually was fun playing with the camera and the cool features because because what happened was fucking like as Doc sees like holy shit, Mikey set him up. He got his letter M key and he got him in trouble because right in the plain view of his owner, he takes a fucking L. Got his ass, right? I didn't think it would turn out this good, but this is a pretty fucking good one. So now this, I don't should we sort of put it. Okay, I'd say better than drive-thru. Where do I put it with gamestore though? I'm gonna put it. Fuck. Yeah, I'm feeling here. This is a good spot for it. So, an A video. It's a notable one. You remember this one because it's so out there and zany. Oh lord, this one. Okay, so I have a video that's my favorite. I have a video that has my favorite ending. This one has like my favorite pacing and jokes because this one I had so many fucking jokes and I was able to cram it in so little time. This is the most ruthless video. This might be the favorite video of everyone, a lot of people out there. Not just 'cause it's topical and probably makes you feel better about the pandemic, but also because this has the most joke after joke after joke. This one just like is the most brutal video on your fucking sense of humor. It's just sensory overload. And every single joke worked. Like when I was writing this, I was actually laughing to myself. And also the fucking thumbnail came out especially cool. As you know, what happened is wallpaper and not wallpaper, Walmart, and he's like constantly mispronouncing coronavirus. And like the joke is that like he doesn't really know how it works. And he's like, oh, I'll shoot the coronavirus. Oh, careful, don't you'll scare it. Ooh, it might crawl up your ass if you don't use double soft toilet paper and shit like that. And then like the moment. And then in the moment he's offered an actual thing of use, he's like, nah, I don't need fucking hand soap, even though he literally is getting hand sanitizer, face mask, paper, all the shit that's like being drained from stores back in March that we fucking needed, right? I didn't want to come off as like this fucking, you should do this, racism bad, because I fucking hate that shit, obviously, right? I fucking hate like people are saying, hey guys, here's a fake enemy that does not exist. I'm gonna beat them, haha, we win. Fucking yeah, obviously racism's fucking bad. No fucking shit. I didn't want to come off as like this preachy asshole saying, "Oh, don't forget to wash your hands, don't touch your face." But I think this I can get away with it with this one just because of how the jokes worked out. I think I did it in a subtle enough way so where you don't feel like you're getting lectured at. It's just like, hey, here's my take on all this. Just fucking calm down, stop buying all the toilet paper so I can go home and wipe my ass too, you know. And this is also before face mask, and it was actually really depressing because when this video came out in March, this is before like the worst of the toilet paper thing happened, and then when it actually got worse and I couldn't find toilet paper at my store, I actually couldn't go back and rewatch this because I hated how true it actually became. So that's a little fun fact. And then at the end you have funny gunshots.
Holy shit, it's the virus!
Corona beer, you know, classic coronavirus. There was just so much to work with this one, and I just crammed it all together. It just fucking hits you over the head over and over and over. So I think I'm gonna put this in S tier. Definitely above this one. But I'm not going to put it over Battleship. Battleship is just the coolest looking one and also just my favorite idea, right? But it's definitely S. This is probably a lot of people's favorites because it's just fucking ruthless of how you just get hit with joke after joke. Which brings me to 2010's childhood. This one's okay. It has Sneak Snag as the father. He did a pretty good job. Oh, I also shout out Kinda Drake for doing a lot of the characters throughout the show, and he's fucking amazing. And yeah, I should focus on ranking the videos though, not who voice acted them. This one is obviously going for nostalgia. I got stuff from like 2013 that people would like. Filthy Frank show was around in 2013, so I had to double check to make sure this poster was accurate. You know, so you have your average, you know, us, you know, I'm saying us as if I'm sorry, it sounds so fucking pretentious. Generation Z kids growing up on the internet, and the joke I wanted to make here is that this idea that growing up on the internet unrestricted, like if your parents didn't like restrict it for you as a kid, you might have ended up scarring yourself for life with the shit that's out there. Fucking the meme about child groomers on Discord. That shit's real. There's a lot of fucking awful things out there, like becoming a coomer, right? When you just become addicted to fucking imaginary hentai women, which is like the punchline of this joke, saying, "Ha, didn't watch your kid go on the internet. Now he's gonna become a fucking weeb. Well, not weeb, but like a coomer for the rest of his life and all that shit." But of course, I'm not saying like, oh, if you grew up on the internet, you're bad. Go outside. Phone bad. Obviously, right? Because I grew up on the internet too. I'm just trying to say it like, just want to make a funny joke about how the internet is just kind of internet can really mess you up for life if you weren't careful about it or if you weren't lucky growing up. I think I lucked out, but and then the other joke I wanted to make was about misguided parenting. We're saying like, I'm gonna break down your door with this parenting stick that I got from I remember telling someone this. I stole this joke directly from Fairly Odd Parents. I just shamelessly. It's like, that he doesn't open the door. He just breaks it down. Why should he respect his kid's privacy? He wants to model his kid the way he can. He's fucking God. I don't know what comedian said that, but I remember that. But fucking, yeah. So it's like, I don't know how to actually parent you properly. Here, read this book about college prep, even though you're in the fucking sixth grade, right? And then, so that's it. I'm taking your fucking walls away. Because I thought that'd be funny. But, the joke being that, like, this parent has no clue how to actually parent, and then the kid already has a workaround anyway. Puts in new walls, and then of course he goes back to being on the internet as usual, and then one day he's like saying, oh, what's this?
What's that?
And there's beta hentai.com. It got his ass, and he's like, whoa, and then it's downhill from there because hentai is fucking anime porn. So where would I put this one? I'd say definitely better than Takeout, but it's like, I think it's kind of tame though. It's not like fucking all out crazy. Like definitely like, it's hard to beat the funny mic of this one, right? So I'm gonna put it at the front of the pack of B tier, which brings us to Hackers, right? It's my second video that I made, and this one has a cool character design, the hooded guy, and also the fucking this is where I could this is when I first realized, holy shit, this format could actually work, because it's my second video ever, and I started going crazy. So this is like my favorite video for a while. You think, look, Matrix background, funny hackers. I'm making fun of like people on Twitter who hack. Like recently, Scott the Waz's Twitter account got hacked by this stupid kid who's having an ego trip, and that's what I was making fun of. Like, look at this hacker operation of people that just steal YouTube channels and just say, haha, we hacked it. Follow us on Twitter. And so that's the whole joke. And then I've also had like some fun opportunities to like. So you can just tiny things like he's on Ice Chewers Anonymous, and like the twist is that like, oh, they're not just ego tripping hackers. They're because I was also watching Kit Boga around this time, and he was like fucking making fun of Indian tech support scams, and then at the same time also making fun of hacking tutorials. It's just like 2 in 1, like put together, and it's just sensory overload. You just get like the team viewer, the goddamn notepad, the laptop, the Windows Movie Maker, because like back in the 2000s with like the Club Penguin hacks, just like this tutorial is awesome, and that font, I specifically tracked down that Windows Movie Maker font, and also the scam is also $500 of my gift card, and then for the rest it plays out naturally from there. They rob him, but they don't want his fucking money. They want his Geometry Dash YouTube channel, and then what the fuck is it? Audio Jungle, right? It's perfect. And then of course that song at the end is probably gonna bring back memories of haunted Minecraft intros. So all in all, very nostalgic video, and I think it was really strong. Is it better than yeah, definitely better than drive-thru gamestore. Sting operation. Yeah, I'll put it right here. It's a pretty strong A. It feels like a good spot for it. And God, what's the point of DNF? I feel like this fucking dickhead. So yeah, my video is pretty good. Yep, nothing to your F. Nope. It's all pretty good. It's all pretty great, dude. Right. But moving along. Math problems guy. Okay, so this is another one of my weaker videos. This is the last video I did in my at the height of my momentum. Like I stopped here to work on the Patreon, and that's what killed my momentum in the long run. It was the 17th video before I stopped, and then only made 2 videos, and then finally bankrupt. So it was already kind of a weird one to leave out on. I tried something a little bit longer where you have this more dragged out setup, so it's just like this tension thing. I wanted to try something new, and it kind of turned out okay, but compared to the rest of the show, it really lags behind, right? It's like the funny joke is, you drew a face on him, now he's fucking out to get you. You better solve his math problems, and if you get one wrong, he's gonna kill you. And then he's like, oh, you fucked up, and now his Yankee will have where is it? And now
Oh no, no.
his Yankee will have no brim. He's going to end your life with his absurd math problems. Because, in math textbooks, it's like, Johnny has 43 apples. He takes away 17. How many does he have left? Like, this stupid, arbitrary situations that will never happen in real life. And also, nice touch, coronavirus. So I made a face mask for him. But it didn't really work that well. Like, it performed poorly because usually the show is about, like, hitting you over and over. And this was like a slow burn. Which is cool if you're looking for something different, but it doesn't really, I don't think it really worked out in my opinion. So I'm going to definitely put it in the C tier. It's weaker, but it's not no video today because like I think this is probably going to be the lowest ranked video by default. But yeah, anyways, moving on. Mouth. This video is 10 seconds long and it's just a funny joke of guys talking and then,
Hey there, fellas.
oh my
Can I sit
god,
with you guys?
he's got a real mouth. He's fucking weird, bro. And then he just beat the shit out of him. Also filler content, but I think it's a lot more interesting than no video today. So this one I think, obviously not A tier. It's like not stellar, but it's not fucking like it's not bad. So it's simple, right? And I think definitely ahead of Google Images. Google Images is kind of want to move it down here, but let's not. I'm just gonna move you. Fuck, what am I gonna do with you? Better than takeout. Fucking shit. I'd say it's on par with takeout, but I'm gonna put it behind takeout just because it's short. So this is the first one. This is the daddy of all the videos. Food cart. This one's super important. This is the day I realized, what if I take Teddy's mouse movement animation style and make like some basic stick figure characters so I don't have to worry about, fucking animating them properly and just shake them around. Then I just needed some basic storyline and I did that. It's like, it's in New York, which actually, now that I think about it, because holy shit, I just realized, because I thought at the end with Bankrupt, I wanted to make it as if it was in New York, because I live in New York and I want to kind of have like make it tied back to the place I grew up in a way. But I just kind of fucking realized that Food Cart also starts in New York. Holy shit, my mind is fucking blown. I did not do that on purpose. I just wanted to make it take place in New York at the end with Bankrupt just because I live here. I forgot my first video was in New York. That makes it cooler. But either way, it's the first one, so obviously it's not the best. It's an okay one. It's pretty tame because it's first try with this format. It's like, hey, you want pita? I got a hot dog with pita. I got a fucking.
Look.
It was also fun because I just like was reading this off the top of my head. All the other videos I scripted, but this one I was just like making up shit in the microphone. I was also like,
we got new iPhone and pita.
New iPhone and fucking
divorce papers and pita.
like the fucking microphone clipping, and then at the very end you got the guy. And if you've ever been to one of these metal food carts in a city, there's always that fucking.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Ice box of drinks down there, and then I just have a guy appear there.
Say, you want some Coca-Cola? What the fuck?
It's simple, right? It's not fucking shit. I broke my shit. Hang on. I keep saying it's simple, right? But I'm saying it's like it's not A. I don't think it really is A tier. Yeah, it's not A tier, but it's it's the first one. It's an important one, and for that measure, I'm gonna put it in B. So definitely better than Google. Google Images doesn't really hit it for me. Mouth and that. Actually gonna better than Mouth, sure, better than let's put it behind 2010's Childhood. Yeah, feels a good spot for it. If you've watched this far, holy shit, thank you. I don't know how long I've been talking. Oh my fucking god, 44 minutes. Jesus Christ. But I'm going to now move on to the final 3 videos where I finally came back to making videos and also brought in a new lighting format and also shaky camera, which I also had a problem with scalpers. But let me get to Airbnb first, which also has the titular bird character Miller and also was the basis for Bankrupt. So
Man, I can't
this is when I first had the Patreon and I rolled out, okay, time to get serious about lighting. And I developed this new lighting style in Blender and it looks fucking great. Like the camera shake, it looks so much better. And so with that, we bring out also Airbnb, a longer kind of video, and it's based off like the the story of me like staying at an Airbnb once, and it said I have the entire place to myself, but then I get there and realize they meant, oh, yeah, entire place, but you're sharing it with me, but you get to walk around in my entire house. And I was like, fucking Christ, right? But that's where I started, and then I just kind of branched off from there. It's like, what do I need to have inside this guy's house? And let's have a fucking bird and let's eat Fruit Loops or some shit. I don't know. And he's also like, calling back to 2010's Childhood. Let's make him like basically like an iFunny user who laughs at like too mad and like fucking hyper ADHD YouTube poop type shit, and he's like just edgy as shit and just watches shit like,
What the hell is
keep
that?
saying shit too much, but he watches stuff
Otherwise,
like,
this seems really iPad out for him with his YouTube autoplay.
it just basically sums it all up for you, the stuff he enjoys. Just this fucking absurd shit that's just like, you know, the product of like, for those parents to just leave an iPad with their kid and just not actually look after them. Not everyone's parents, but you know the ones, right?
Bad videos.
And then the joke is that like, haha, you really have to share everything with me, even the fucking bed. And then this guy's like, I'm fucking out of here. I hate this shit. And that's where he can do the funny, since he's a raven, you know, it's like, oh, nevermore. You better stay the fuck out. Oh, I'm scary. I'm actually serious. I'm the one running this operation. I'm the one feeding this goddamn household. Stay in this place or I'll fucking cut you and like, yeah. Where is it? Where's the knife? I'll fucking cut you if you don't stay with me, and all that shit. And then, like, obviously the guy's intimidated because, you know, this bird's fucking scary. And he goes back to watching bruh, hood classic bruh memes and shit. And, yeah, and then, like, the blue guy's saying, I'm sorry you had to find out, but it looks like you gotta stay here. Like, the fucking Miller is basically running this blue guy's life. And then another funny thing I wanted to mention, well, actually, two things. If you probably noticed at the end at Bankrupt, it's canonically shown that this entire skit was filmed in the Stickmen world, and he's the actual owner of Miller, and this is just an actor. I only did that because I accidentally got the color wrong, and I figured, all right, that's how I'll justify it in my head. And the other thing I wanted to say was that I actually forgot to. Usually I put a wavetro logo or word watermark in every single video, but I forgot to do it here. However, the next best thing was that I put my fucking Dat Boy shit post on his iPad. I think that's the next best thing. So, funny thing, that's actually now my most viewed video on the channel, and Two Mad actually commented on that if you go check that out. But, yeah, and then it ends on, like, now you gotta share this bed with him as he has his fucking night terrors about his dad. All in all, really great way to break in the new art style. So, let's see, definitely ahead of you. Better. I'm gonna bring it an A. Yeah, I'll bring it an A. Better than drive-thru. Yeah, it's a lot more developed. Like, it's slower, but you appreciate it having more substance. So more than you. Oh, Battle of the Birds. Who's the better birds? The Three Birds or Miller? Definitely Miller. Fuck, I'm gonna put it on par with Hackers, right? So this is technically equal, but for the time being, if I have to choose an order, I'd put Hackers slightly above it. So yeah, as you go down this tier list, it like goes left to right with best to worst. So yeah, 2 videos left. Let's talk Scalpers. This is the big one. This is the one where I somehow convinced Call Me Carson to be in this one, which he also saw like the final compilation. I thought that was the fucking coolest shit ever. And also my friend Jeff Mahomey, and also Jameski, who watched all my videos on Newgrounds. He discovered me on Newgrounds and watched all of them on his stream, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I had to get him in a video. And this is the one. And because I was gone for so long, like, what is it? The last video was like April, Math Problems Guide, then July, Airbnb, and then now it's December. I figured if I'm going to come back and end the show, let me at least do one last funny video. And this was it. It was Scalpers, and I think it turned out good. So, as you know, this joke's about how no one can still get a PS5 because for whatever reason, no one's enforcing people who are using scalper bots. And I figured, let's turn that into a character. Let's just go a step further. Let's have Mr. Investors now running the game store, and he's just using it to scrape up PS5s, and now he has his scalper bot, and then he's like, oh, fuck you, I'll get my own scalper bot, and he gets an even faster scalper bot, which leaves him with no scalper bot, and then like this scalper bot is so fast, he buys things from before they even exist, and then he like fucks his life up by telling him when he dies, and then he's just like, I just wanted to get a PS4, and now I know when I fucking die, right? And so, of course, he's scarred for life, and he's like, just to fucking put salt in the wound, and, classic Wavetro style of stacking joke after joke after joke of just fucking going brutal. Just to have him enslave his therapist and his own therapist and charge him $500 an hour for it. I think it's a perfect way to, like, say goodbye to, like, all the funny, fast-paced videos, because, Bankrupt is not that. The only issue I have is that I should have toned down the camera shake on this one. It was way too much. One person mentioned it, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. But I think that's like the only flaw about that. So other than that, I'm gonna put it ahead of Hackers. Yeah, like that, because it has a pretty good ending, and it's like, wait, ahead of Hackers. It has a pretty funny premise throughout, I think, and it's also like has a strong ending with like just, hey, fuck you, just are you struggling? You need therapy? Fuck you. Your therapist? I own him now. $500 an hour. Fuck you. Which brings us to the end. Thank you for watching this entire time if you've made it this far, because it's almost been an hour. Holy fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna call this video tier list and comment. Stickmen 2020 tier list and commentary. Sure, we'll do that since this is also basically commentary. So bankrupt, the big one, 9-minute video. I spent $260 to get this out on time. This is my baby. This is where I get to tell you via news report. Thank you for watching this entire series. I've been looking for this for a long time, and it's very special to me. I hope you don't mind the very long news intro, and my reason why things didn't work out. I didn't want to monetize it the way things ended up to be, and all that, and then like make a funny joke, and then after like explaining why things happen the way they are and why the series is now ending, I can now go into the actual premise of Teddy taking over. Like he replaces me as the owner of the Stickmen Entertainment Company, and then he drives it into the ground because he was addicted to, because he didn't know what to do, because he wanted help, but that's the only thing he knew how to do. And then when he realized he fucked up, he just hid in his office and played Fall Guys all August, and then it's like really different. This is like, I guess, a better executed math problems guide, just because it's like the final episode, so it feels different. I remember my friend was saying like it's kind of like the finale of Seinfeld, even though people didn't like the finale of Seinfeld. So I'm afraid like there's people out here who don't like how I ended on a sort of depressing video. But of course, I try not to be depressing because I was already really fucking depressing on my old channel. So I have it end on a bittersweet note, and then of course a classic joke at the end. But there's not really a whole lot of jokes here. It's mostly atmosphere and like saying, just like adding context to everything, and just like taking a moment to realize, wow, I just watched 19 of these Stickman videos, and now there isn't going to be any more. It's the end of the road. There's no more of them. And there's Miller. We brought him back. New York City train, because I wanted to tie it back to New York City. Tagapaw did this thing. Of course, the final guest star, biggest one of all. I had to get Jay Schlatt as the New Yorker, and I'd known Jay Schlatt while he still had 8,000 subscribers, and even though it's kind of hard to talk to him now since he's such a busy guy, at least I was able to it was like the best thing in the world that I was able to like get him at the end of the year to end this series, even if it wasn't like one of those funny videos. And then of course you have the really fucking intense character back and forth between Teddy, the idiot who just bought the company and ran it into the ground, and is like, hey, let's play fucking Fall Guys, and this guy's like, you just ruined probably what was going to be something great. You fucking crushed up in the dust, and now you're paying me minimum wage to play video games. And then you have the violent scene of like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You ruined everything, and it's supposed to be like, oh shit, I've never seen stakes like this before. Even though the scene was kind of short. Like, look, he has a fucking black eye. Teddy never blinks. And then there's also supposed to be snow in the scene, but the render farm that I paid $260 for didn't render it, which fucking sucks. But I just wanted the video out. It was like 7 a.m. And yeah, it's really atmospheric, and then it kind of resolves with Teddy selling the company, and then you get this sweet moment of saying like, Teddy being like, I'm an idiot, but I really want to help you guys out. I sold the company for $40 just so you guys could keep all the hard work we did. And then I'm really attached to this idea I did, where it was kind of last minute, where I just made this USB, and I liked the idea of this USB holding all of it so much that I made it like at the end of the credits, the credits title. And I can't sell these, by the way, on the store. I have no fucking clue how to make them without losing a bunch of money. I only have 9,000 subscribers. I'm not a big deal. I'm a really tiny YouTuber. And then it just ends on this like bittersweet moment of fucking Teddy walking into the distance, and he's gone forever. The show's over forever. And then of course, but it's supposed to be a show about funny things. Last gut punch, the joke about 10 Cent ruling the world. There it is. Just bought Stickman Entertainment for $40, and he has to realize that's his new job now. And that's Bankrupt. So it's really fucking different. It's 9 minutes long. It's an enormous video. And I think it has pacing problems, because I really wanted to like show my gratitude for the series at the beginning of the news report, but I think dragging it on for that long like made it not annoying, but like kind of, how the fuck do I say this? It ruined the pacing, right? Because it's supposed to be a slow video and kind of sad, but even then it felt the beginning part felt kind of long to me, and then like, what is it, the really interesting like part, I guess, like everything from the depressing scene to this interaction. I think that's fine because it's more like world building. It's like, I can see the world a little bit more. That's cool. And then like you have the interaction with Teddy and like that intense moment, and then I think the rest of it ends out fine. It's just that beginning part. It's like there's just pacing issues throughout the entire thing. But because I had only 2 weeks to make this entire thing, I think I did pretty fucking good for 2 weeks and $260. And I gotta stop saying that, but you know my point. Either way, it's not A tier, I don't think, because it's kind of sad. It's more like a swan song to the end, right? I'm gonna put it at the front of B because it's a sweet. I think it's a ending that makes sense because of how special the series is to me. But it's not like a standard Stickman video. It's kind of bittersweet. That's the word for it, bittersweet. And yeah, And then yeah, it's just credits from there, and the cool little icons, and then the little epilogues and Brock Bergen's cool music, which I also spent money on top of Tagapaw's cool city thing that he did for me, which is also money, but that's besides the point. I'm really only pissed about spending money on that emergency render farm. Bottom line, where's the? Hang on, I want to end it on the fucking. What's it? Where is it? Sorry, give me 1 sec. There, I just want to end on that cool pew, right? So this is my final tier list. Thank you for watching. If you watched the whole way through, tier list and commentary. Now I didn't realize I'd be talking for so long. If you didn't see my other video that I uploaded today on this secret second channel, check out me talking about the future for a while. Like, you know, Stickmen 2020 ended. Now what? It's another one of those super flight rambly videos that I did. And yeah, that'll do it. It should be on the screen right now. But I'm gonna stop recording and I'm gonna go to bed. So yeah, good night.